Hey, this is James, fitness and sports instructor with PSP Kingston with another workout of the day. So just a quick reminder, if you think you get injured during this session or any of the other sessions, just make sure you get it checked out with a medical professional, make sure it's nothing too serious. And if you are a CAF member, just make sure you fill out a CF98. So for today's workout of the day, body weight session. So this is going to be similar to something that was posted a couple weeks back. That was 5 rounds for time with butterfly sit-up, push-up, and alternating box step-up. So for today's session, we're going to be running through 10 rounds for time. So we're doubling up the rounds on this session, and we're going to change up the reps a little bit. So we're going 10 reps on our butterfly sit-up, 15 reps push-up, and we're going 20 reps, 10 per leg, alternating box step-ups. So the numbers are a little bit different, a little bit of a higher volume, especially on those butterfly sit-ups and push-ups than our 5 rounds for time piece. Same volume overall on those step-ups. So because you're going to be getting a little bit of a lesser localized muscular fatigue, you're going to be able to move a little bit faster, but you're going to have a little bit more general fatigue from those extra rounds. The goal here would be to try and finish around the same time frame. So that 5 rounds for time piece, we were looking at about like a time frame of 20 to 30 minutes to get those 5 rounds in. You should aim to try and get about that same time on this session here today, give or take a little bit. So we're going to roll through just a couple quick demonstrations of all the movements we're going to be running through. So our first movement, we'll do a quick little demo on butterfly sit-up. So with the butterfly sit-up, bringing the feet together so those feet are touching. This just kind of takes a little bit of the hip flexor out of that sit-up piece. Arms extended position here. So driving through the midline to start, again, to keep those hip flexors out of the equation. From that arms extended position up, and just to keep that movement standard, trying to make contact with the feet. So just stringing a couple together here for that demo. Perfect. So butterfly sit-up, not much to be said in terms of scaling. It's a really broad exercise a lot of people can do. So again, just move through at your pace. Again, focusing more on the midline. Sit-ups can sometimes add a little bit of that hip flexor, so you're trying to take that out of the equation with that butterfly position with the feet together, but also still just trying to really drive through the midline as that main initiating piece. Our second movement that we're going to run through here, push-up. So a quick demo from a couple angles. So a couple things to keep in mind on the push-up. Hand position, hands should be roughly at or just outside of shoulder width, and position right underneath those shoulders. Elbow position, try and keep those elbows tucked in a little bit. You don't want to end up with too much elbow splay, a little bit healthier on the shoulder. Try and keep that midline nice and tight and engaged. Keep yourself moving as one piece. You don't want to have those hips sagging or pushing up too fast at the top. And really focus on good range of motion to get the most stimulus of the movement. So if you can, try and go chest to deck, try and get that chest right to the floor to touch. And from that position there, push up and try and get yourself at full extension through the elbow on each and every rep. That's gonna give you the most stimulus, most bang for your buck for this exercise. So scaling considerations, 15 reps can be a big number for some people. So with this exercise here, if on a single set max, you're not able to get about 20 reps, you might wanna scale this one back. And our alternative on the push-up would be to do an incline push-up position. So we can demo that here with the chair. So as you can see, incline position, hands way above the feet. So that incline position is going to be scaling things back a little bit, make it a little bit easier. So if you find that that's a better option for you, to kind of move through the rounds, you don't want to have to grind through those push-ups and take a lot of time. Just bring those hands up, get into that incline position. Same provisions, hands roughly at or just outside shoulder width. Keep the elbows tucked, keep the midline, move as one unit. Our last movement here we've got is box step up alternating. So with the box step up, a chair is a really good option. Most people have those at their house. Make sure it's a nice sturdy piece and make sure it's not too tall or too short. So roughly like 20 to 24 inches is kind of the height you're shooting for. For most people that's like around knee height or just a little bit below the knee or just a little bit above the knee. Grab measuring tape, measure it out. That's roughly the height you want to shoot for. You can also use stairs. Stairs are a little tricky just because of the distance, but it's another option you could use. If you have like a side table, just make sure whatever you're using is nice and sturdy. It's not going to move around too much. You're not worried about putting your foot through. So box step up alternating. So you're just gonna start with the 1 foot on. We're gonna use the prisoner position just to kind of challenge the midline a little bit extra on this one here. And so from this position here, focus on driving through that front foot as much as you can to try and keep from pushing off that back foot. You're trying to focus more on that front lead leg. Stepping up to full extension, step back down on the same leg, switch to the other side, step back down. And again, alternating back and forth. So again, big thing, make sure you get good solid foot position on the chair before you push through. Make sure you get the full foot so you can drive through that midfoot heel portion. Focus on lots of leg drive through the lead leg on the chair. Try and minimize the amount of kickback you get on the opposite side. Try and control yourself on the way back down. And again, we're alternating on this one, left to right for every rep, okay? So those are the 3 movement demos to run through. Again, we're going 10 rounds for time, 10 reps on your butterfly sit-up, 15 reps on your push-up, 20 total, 10 per side on your box step-up. So make sure you run through. Again, it is rounds for time. Keep the quality high, but try and be pertinent with those with the time. Minimize rest periods. If you can move right through without any rest, that would be ideal. Minimize the rest as much as you can. Again, the goal here is to try and get that done as fast as you can. An extra piece that you might want to do, just to kind of balance things out a little bit, because it's mainly just pushing with the midline, would be some sort of rowing exercise. So if you have something you can do a single arm row with at home, something to do a little bit of an upper back movement, that'd be a nice little just kind of extra piece at the end. Doesn't have to be something super challenging, just to kind of balance things out. So, just a quick reminder, all of our social media channels, we have PSP, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube is where you're going to find all of our workout of the day videos as you go through. You're also going to find the exercise library with all of our past sessions, and you can filter through some of that content to see some of the past stuff we've posted in the past as well. Give us a like, give us a follow. If you have any questions or concerns, let us know in any of the comment sections, and we'll get back to you on that as well. And just follow along as we go through with our progressions. Good luck.
PSP Kingston, the health and wellness provider for the military community.